Alright guys, so the Varkos path is live and I'm going to give you a full breakdown how many sacred shards, how many points you need for Varkos the champion, the soul, the relic mats. But I also want to give you my opinion on a trend that has been going on since a few paths where people used to farm lower stages on dungeons, which is, not really what I would do. And I want to give you my opinion on this and why you shouldn't do this. Now, let's go for Varkos first. So he's on the left side, as you can see right there on the left path. 60,000 points for the champion alone is really a lot. And in general, this path seems to be pretty expensive. I don't think he should, the path should be that expensive. Varkos is a good champion, but I don't know why he's that expensive, okay? So he's not an insane game changer, but he's a solid champion. He can deal insane amount of damage. And this would be the path you need to go for Varkos, right? You have one key from the get-go, right? So you can pretty much unlock this straight away and just go straight for Varkos. Not really complicated. We used to have paths that, were a little bit more complicated with different paths, and you have to grab this key first and then you can unlock this and then go for the champion. But this is pretty much straightforward, but this will cost you around 20 sacreds, okay? 89,300 points, and that's about 19.84 sacred shards. And by the way, you can do a good amount with energy. This path will be live till Monday, so you have a good amount of time to get your energy in. The amount of sacred shards you need in the end to get these rewards will be lower, okay? Depending on how much energy you spend, obviously. Now let's go for the soul. For the soul, we have to start on the right side, as you can see. And we can also go straight down, right? If you have Varkos already, like myself, I was lucky enough to pull him, and I'm really happy I did, because this is really expensive, and I'm happy I can save my shards here. So if you have Varkos already, for example, and you just want to grab the soul, then you can just go on the right path and go for it straight away, and this will cost almost the same amount as the champion itself, and I think this is very expensive. 19 sacred shards and 86,800 points. But I have to say, you also get a mythical skill tome on the way, okay? That's something you have to keep in mind. The rewards on the way are not that bad. A mythical skill tome is hard to get. So there's that, okay? So it's about 40 sacred shards, okay? If you want to go for both. And if you want to go for both, you have to get more keys, okay? Because we need to unlock the other one as well, right? The other lock. So let's say we go for the champion. Now we use our only key that we have. Now we have to grab this here as well. Okay, so you have to go here, grab this for 2,000 points, and then go for the soul. And then you actually have an extra key. One thing that I noticed is that there are 5 keys in here. Okay, so you get 1 from the start, and then you have another 4 in here, but we only have 4 locks. That is weird to me. And it seems like we are getting scammed by 1,000 points if you go for everything, but it is what it is. So 178,100 points is what you need to get both Varkos plus the 5-star soul, 39.57 sacred shards. Pretty expensive, usually it was around 36 sacreds for both, right? Sometimes the soul was 17 sacreds, 16 sacreds. And then the champion 18, but yeah, it is what it is, okay? Can't change it. That's how it is right now. Now, if you're not interested in the champion or the soul, and you just want to go for the mythical mats, you can do that as well. And this is actually not that expensive. For example, if you want to go for 50 mats, you can go down here. We have 1 key, right? So you unlock this, and we can go straight to these mythical mats. Or you can also go on the other side. It doesn't really matter which way you go, right? The right side might be actually a little bit better because you have core hammers here. You have an immortal soul stone. I would value those things more than the rare book and the legendary ore. And for this, you only need 26,550 points, like about 6 sacred shards, okay, 5.9 sacreds. And to be honest, you can probably do this with energy only and grab those 50 mythical mats. Now, if you want to go for the other ones as well, you will need another key, but then we don't have to start from here. We can go most likely from the left side to the right side, like this. Get the Immortal Soul Stone and then the other 50 mythical mats. So you would need 48,550 points, and that's about 10.78 sacred shards to get 100 mythical mats. Now what I'm gonna do is probably go for the mythical mats, maybe with energy only. I will have to see how far my energy will take me, but what I definitely want to get is the Varkos avatar. I definitely want to get that one, and it's not that expensive, right? It's not that expensive, about 5k points or whatever, or a little bit more. It's like 7k. So I definitely want to go for that avatar, and then maybe I can grab 50 or even 100 mats. That would be amazing. But I'm very curious if we can actually jump from the left to the right side. If so, then it's actually not bad to go for the 100 mythical mats if you don't want to get Varkos and the soul. But yeah, definitely gonna go for the avatar. Also, another thing, if you go for everything, you don't have to buy these extra. You don't have to buy the first steps extra, right? Like, you only have to buy them once, and then from there you can go here left or right, and the same thing on the other side. Overall, it will cost around 50 sacred shards to go for everything, to grab the mythical mats, Varkos, and the 5-star soul. Let's actually take a look how you can get points by farming artifacts and accessories, or how many points. It's actually not bad. 64 for a 6-star mythical and 26 for a 5-star rare. And here's how much points you can expect per energy. So this is a small sample size, but I think it's pretty accurate. So it will be around 1.8, 1.9 times the points of the amount of energy you spend on stage 30, the event dungeon. And I think stage 20 will be like 2 times the amount of points, slightly higher than the hard 10 stages or stage 30 on the event dungeon. But now let's talk about this trend where people farm, for example, the event dungeon stage 3. What I think is nonsense, in my opinion, because what you're basically doing is wasting energy into a dungeon that doesn't give you anything but silver and points for the path. So in my opinion, you're much better off for your account, for your account progression, to farm stage 30 or stage 20, whatever is more comfortable for you, and at least have a chance to get upgrades on your gear, because gear is king. Gear is king in this game. Getting better artifacts and accessories will boost your progression, even though all these other sets, besides Pinpoint, are not that great, but even a good crit damage set can benefit your account. On top of that, we have the Pinpoint set in here, and I know it kind of fell off a little bit, but maybe there will be a time where it comes back and will be dominant again. It was dominant for a very long time, and I want to show you an example. For example, here, my Fabian. Okay, I have a banner on him that is a Pinpoint banner, and it is the best banner I have for undeads, and it made him so much faster. It allowed me to get a build on him with a lot more speed. So obviously you need a lot of luck there to get something good out of this dungeon, to hit that accessory from the right faction. But even if you get an artifact, it is already great. It's a speed set at the end of the day, and speed sets will be always meta. Okay, they will be always meta, and you really can't have enough of speed gear. So having the chance to farm this 9-piece set in a dungeon by using energy shouldn't be ignored, and you shouldn't waste all your energy into stage 3 if you care about gear, okay? If you care about upgrades. It is a huge waste, in my opinion. You know, even if you get a lot more points per energy for this path, and okay, maybe you can make the argument, and that's the only way you can get Varkos. I can understand, but at the same time, you're wasting all your energy and gems just for silver and nothing else. Where here you could get your next quad roll, or your first quad roll, your first quint roll, okay? So that would boost your account insanely. To get Varkos with energy on stage 30, you would need to use like, I don't know, like 45,000 energy or something. So there is a huge difference in point efficiency compared to stage 3 or even stage 20. But you also get better gear here, okay? You have the chance on better gear, and if you don't take the chance, then you're not going to get it anyway, okay? So that is kind of like my philosophy. Obviously, opinions are different on this one. Like I said, I can understand if it's the only way for you to get Varkos, and you really want to get him to farm stage 3, then go ahead, I guess. But another thing I want to mention is before you start pouring all your energy and gems into the event dungeon, you should wait a little bit, because I think in about an hour we will see the other quest where you have to spend 140 energy into the event dungeon. So you will be able to get a lot of points here, a lot of corrupt points for the coalition event, unless you already completed it. We unlocked the 2x today. If you are struggling with the coalition event, this is a very nice double dip, but also we have the event dungeon tournament still going on, so you can max it probably if you want to use your energy on the event dungeon. We also have a spider turn attack tournament, but before I would farm the spider, I would rather use my energy in the event dungeon. Maybe use some energy here to get the rewards, maybe the ancient shard, and then switch to the event dungeon. That's how I'm going to do it, but I'm still going to wait for the other quest to pop up, for the refresh or the reset, and then use my energy in the event dungeon. But yeah, guys, that's about it for this video. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this whole event dungeon free stuff? Do you think it does make sense, or do you think it's a waste? And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, please hit that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more raid content. If you like this video, YouTube's going to think that you like this one as well. Take care and see you in the next one.